I wanted to highlight something for 12.5, the normal curve for 1106, as I'm seeing a lot of people doing their quizzes very quickly. I want you to realize on your test, I will expect you to show your work on the normal curve problems. So right now what I have up here is my notes, the PDF version that you can find under the lecture and resources, 12.5. And I'm going to go down to the problems that I'm actually specifically talking about. So these are those problems where it's going to be asking you to find the area under the normal curve, find a percentage. So what I am asking for you to do, and you'll see these in my notes for the test for Module 4, I expect you to draw a picture of the normal curve, find the z-scores, and put it in the correct spot on your normal curve. And then shade the correct direction. If this is not done correctly on your test, I will be taking points off. So there's a good procedure summary that I've pulled from the textbook right here. Again, I know when you're doing your homework, a lot of y'all aren't sketching this out, but I want to personally see it. It's showing me that you're understanding the steps, and then it will help you when you go on to statistics. So we're going to draw, standardize, and then use the chart. So different books have different charts. Our books will supply you the same piece as what you have here. It'll be just like your homework, where it pops it up into a separate screen with that piece within the problem. So make sure you're comfortable with the different ones. So remember that these charts will always be looking for the left side of whatever you're shading, which may not be what you're trying to find. So I'm going to go ahead and look at example 1 here. Again, notice I wrote those pieces here. So IQs are normally distributed, which is important that it tells me that. The mean is 100, which notice I wrote down the mean is 100. Standard deviation is 15. Find the percents of individuals between 100 and 115. Now, you'll notice here, I always start by drawing that green shape, which is my normal curve, and my mean is 100, which means that's the center spot for my normal curve. That always standardized to 0, so you don't have to do that one. So this one says between 100 and 115. So the 115 I need to standardize. So my z-score, remember we used the x minus x bar over s. So I plugged 115 minus 100 divided by 15, which gave me the 1. Now I'm going to go to my chart, and I'm going to look for the 1 that I'm looking at here. And remember that on my chart, it's actually showing me this whole piece because it starts here and it shades everything. So when I look at my z-score for a positive 1, we will see 0.814 on the actual chart. I don't want this other half included, so I'm subtracting the 0.5 off, and that's where I got the 0.3413. Since they asked for a percentage, I'm going to move my decimal place 2 places. Looking at B, again, notice, I want you to stop and notice, every single one of these for this actual example starts the same way. All of them have a green normal curve with 100 at the middle because that's my mean. 130 is above 100, that's how I know where to put it. And it says below, which means shade to the left. This one is one I can take directly off of my chart because I want that whole piece. So when I look at my chart for a positive 2 z-score, I'm going to see 0.9772. At any of these times, y'all can pause it. If you've printed off my notes, you'll see I have the charts here. It's not shaded real well on this piece here, but that whole piece right there is actually shaded. Okay? That whole piece here is shaded for this one. This is for a negative z-score. This one here, it's still, again, hard to see, it's shaded, but all of this is shaded, and this is the chart I used for a positive z-score. And it's giving me everything to the left whenever I use these charts. I actually find for homework, it's just easier to print them off. Back to the problem we were just on. Going to C, it says above 123. Please be careful when you standardize this one. You standardize the 123, you're going to get 1.53. Again, you're using the x minus x bar over s. I want above. When I look at the chart, it's giving me the region below. So the whole area is 1. So that's why I subtracted from the 1 to get this area. Between 115 and 130, again, 115 and 130 is above my mean. So this is again where y'all got to be careful. When I read off of the chart, I'm reading everything to the left. So once I standardize those, which we've already done, I look at 2, which I already did up here. That 2 is a 0.9772, which is all of this piece. I don't want this piece here, so I've got to subtract that off, which is the 0.814 when I use the chart for 1. Subtract the 2 to find that difference. Okay, so you've got to know where your regions are looking at your picture, because the chart will always give you the whole region to the left. Above means shade above, between you shade between the numbers, below means shade below, but you've got to double check those pieces. So you can follow along with these next pieces now, and hopefully that will help you to see how to do them. You have to draw your picture, you then have to standardize, and then you use the chart. So just as I said, for example 2, you notice here, I started all of them with the same green picture. 18 was my mean, so that's in the center. Always 0, I don't have to standardize that. I'm using x minus x bar over s for this problem, so I even plugged those numbers in over here so you could see that, to see how I'm getting those standardizations. And then using my chart, and so remember on A, the 26, which standardizes to 2, actually is the whole piece all the way down, but I have to take away the tail, which is pulling off the z-score for -1, so that's why we subtracted. Other type of problem you'll see is where they may actually ask you to interpret afterwards. So this, I'm just going to look at number 3 for example 3. 200 cars are selected at random. How many will travel slower than 56 miles per hour? So this one had a mean of 62. So that was my center. 56 is here. Slower means shade below. Okay, stop and just, again, use common sense here sometimes. So I standardized the -1.2, which was using 62 for my mean, 5 minus standard deviation. So I was plugging it into this piece here. That gave me a -1.2. That's actually what's directly given to me from the chart. So I just look for the -1.2 on my chart. That gives me the number 0.1151. If it had asked me for a percentage, it would have been 11.51. But this says if 200 cars are selected at random, how many do we expect to be slower than 56? So we multiply these two numbers. And again, we're going to use regular rounding rules for answering our questions.